Happening now, Oregon House Republicans are working to censure Speaker Tina Kotek over the recent redistricting process.
This comes after the governor signed the new congressional districts into law this week. Joining us live to explain their side of the process is Representative Khanh Pham. She's a Democrat from District 6 in Portland. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk about this. For anyone who is unaware, earlier this week, we saw the new redistricting maps approved for the state of Oregon. Oregon now has a 6th congressional district, an additional district, and in redrawing those maps, state Republicans felt that it was a gerrymandered process, that the end result here has leaned heavily in Democrats' favor. Do you agree with that?
Well, first of all, I want to just talk about the process that we went. Our maps are based in the immense population growth that we've seen. So this process started months ago with public testimony on the changes that people are seeing in their communities. We had 22 public hearings, and we looked at the census data, which has shown us that Oregon has undergone tremendous population growth over the last decade, which is what has earned us the 6th congressional district. So, our maps are based in this new reality that I think some people just haven't quite acknowledged, the immense demographic changes that have happened in particular areas of the state like Washington County, Marion County, and Multnomah County. So while those changes can be difficult, it's really important for us to embrace them by accepting maps that are fair and representative, and ensure that every Oregonian, regardless of their race, their income, their faith, has an opportunity and equal voice.
Yeah, Republicans claim that the maps were drawn to give more weight to Democrats in the future in terms of representation. So how do you respond directly to their criticisms that the way that the districts were drawn heavily favors Democrats?
Frankly, those are baseless lies. It's illegal to consider voter registration, and that was not a consideration. We had to ground it in the census data and in the testimony that we received. As you can see, the maps reflect the immense growth that Oregon has seen, and they were drawn using our statutory obligations. They had to be contiguous, equal population, reflect our geographic and political boundaries, and reflect the diversity of communities of interest, which we heard from across the state. COVID has offered many challenges, but it did offer us the opportunity to hear from people across the state who were able to testify virtually now for the first time and talk about their communities of interest and the need for us to protect their community's voice in in elections, and to be able to elect candidates of their choice.
And now, what's your response to Republicans moving to censure House Speaker Tina Kotek over this process?
Republicans are always going to try to gain, get some political gain and criticize the process and the maps. But, the truth is we need to make sure that we are hearing from all of our constituents. We heard from rural constituents, we heard from urban constituents who said, these maps actually reflect my community, and I'm supportive of them. So I think we just have to really ground ourselves in the data, ground ourselves in the incredibly inclusive and accessible process that we had, which we received over almost 2,000 pieces of testimony. We heard from hundreds of Oregonians across the state, and that's something that I think we just really have to remind ourselves. I'm incredibly proud of this most accessible process that we've had in Oregon's history, and just make sure we keep our eyes grounded in that reality, regardless of what political allegations are lobbied.
Briefly, we're running out of time right now, but I just want to get a look at what happens now. Now that we've drawn the maps, what happens now, especially in terms of representation?
Well, we move forward. We are facing a very compressed timeline, and so now with these new districts, people are looking to see. Many people will be considering if they're going to be running again, if there will be new open seats, and if there are legal challenges, then we will face those. But I'm confident that these maps will hold up in court, and so we just need to now start spreading the word. People will be looking at their new district boundaries and making considerations about who is who wants to step up to represent these districts.
All right, State Representative Khanh Pham, thank you for your time this morning. Good to talk with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we should mention, too, we did speak with Republican representatives earlier this week. You can find that interview on KOIN.com.
Happening now, the summer